Good morning and welcome to the Treehouse. This is Kag with your View from Above tarot reading for Monday, September 9th. This morning we're going to be doing a reflective reading and we're going to be using the Rider-Waite-Smith Radiant Wise Spirit deck. And this is my older version of that deck, the one that's a little sticky. So as always, I have pre-shuffled deeply, and so this is just our last shuffle before we lay out the cards. This is again a reading for the collective, and so if you have a question in mind, kind of pull that up at the moment. No guarantees that it will answer your question, because this is for the collective. It's very general, but usually I find that there's at least one card that speaks to me in a special way, so hopefully it does for you as well. So here is where we are presently today. Here's our challenge. Here is our unconscious mind, our past influences, our conscious mind, and where we're headed on this Monday morning. And we'll use this deck if we need additional clarifiers. And there is our Merriweather card. So this morning we are the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a messenger, and he is also somebody who is very much attuned to his project. So whatever project is foremost in your mind this morning, he is holding that in his hands, looking at it reverentially, getting ready to do whatever it is that he needs to do. He is the youngest of the court, and so his enthusiasm is pretty high. He doesn't necessarily know all he needs to know about this project, but he is interested and ready to go. So that's where we find ourselves on Monday morning. Our integration card, challenge card, is the Six of Cups. Again, this card is, for me, it is the inner child card. Sometimes it can be somewhat dark if there are old traumas that we have from our childhood. But usually somewhere in our childhood, there's a little spark, especially around the stuff that we like or we enjoy doing. And so perhaps the energy is present either in a way that makes this project more enjoyable or kicks up a little fear for us about as we try to get this off the ground. We'll have to see how the rest of these cards lay out. Our unconscious mind is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the most deeply intuitional of the four queens, and she is looking deeply at this very ornate cup of hers as she sits on her beautiful throne. You can see that her cape really echoes the water. So this is an emotional framework for us, for our unconscious today. So you may find that you are feeling a little more emotional than you typically are, or that you are responding in a more feeling sort of driven way as you look at your project, or as that you are looking at what you'll be up to for this day and into the work week. The past influences, the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card sometimes of disappointment, of having these three things not be as satisfying as we had hoped. The trick for this card is for this fellow who is arms crossed, legs crossed, folded up like a fan, to look up from those three cups and see that the holy, the universe, is offering him another opportunity. So this is past energy. And so it could be that this Page of Pentacles is holding what the universe has offered you. And if I think about disappointment, that might be the history of something that you have tried in a younger version of yourself that didn't go so well. So there may be some similarities, which is kicking up sort of the feelings about this project going forward. So this disappointment's in the past, and the fear may be real. So it could be a bit of a hesitation on the Page's part moving forward, all this history and this framework of feeling as he's looking at his project. So your conscious mind, this is a card that we've seen quite a bit of lately. This is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is a number of different things that are in the air. These could be messages, these could be things that you are managing, things that you put into play, or things that you are waiting to come to fruition. But it is a card of patience. And as I said, waiting for something more to happen. And that's not necessarily a bad thing as we are looking at a new project this morning in the hands of the page. But there is some feeling of history here, that something has been launched previously, and a history of some disappointment. So patience is really what's called for in our conscious mind as we kind of work through our way through this day. And the future here is the Lovers, which is a choice. And the Lovers is a relationship. Could be a relationship with yourself, with your higher power, with your people at work, with your family. But this is a mature choice without all of the unthoughtful processes that sometimes comes to us when we have to hurry up and make a choice. This is a considered choice. This is something that you want to embrace for a long period of time. The angel is blessing these two people here, and the mountains of our highest potential is in the background. So it may be that you have to choose your project in spite of whatever feelings of disappointment or fear are present. And this may be that there's no stopping this project going forward. There's something that has been initiated that, while you have some negative feelings about, is going to go on whether you're present or not. And so sometimes we have to work out those feelings, make good choices from our mature self. Remember that our queen is mature in her intuitional knowledge as well as her own feeling, to make grown-up choices about what's going on for this project, because it is coming in whether we like it or not. Meriwether says that this is going to be a success. This is going to be the end of the project. And there's something for us to learn in this layout. And that is perhaps that old disappointments do not have to color the future. That if we can understand where our fear is based, we can make really astute choices that will lead us to a very satisfying, successful completion. So whatever is coming in, do not let the fear get to you. Make good and wise choices, and the success of this day or this week or this project appears to be assured. So that is what I have for you and for me this morning at the Treehouse. If you found this reading to be helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And I invite you to come back and join me again tomorrow for another View from Above tarot reading here at the Treehouse. Blessings.